Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Hey, team, how we going? It is Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz. We've always got to come in with a little bit of fire. You know, I don't want to overuse that one, but I don't know if I could ever get sick of it. Tonight, we're talking about high energy. We're talking about infantry. We're talking about the Duke of Gloucester Cup. We're talking about the recipients of the Duke of Gloucester Cup. A call out to every person that was in the Duke of Gloucester Cup, the best of the best of the Royal Australian Regiment that feeds into the Special Air Services, feeds into the 2nd Commando Regiment, and also feeds into global peace and your ability to be able to have some semblance of freedom of speech. And bam, there's a bit of shrapnel from the Western Trenches of infantry, not cavalry, that knocked the Ottoman out of Beersheba in Israel. Bam, picked it up yourself. Here it is. Legit. Okay, guys, gals, we've got some things in front of us today. This is our second stream for today. Hey, 6 Knots, how you going? Dave D. He's all about the 343 energy. Now we've got a little, the hobo asked about the best unit in Victoria. Well, you won't get an infantry unit there, so you're going to have to go for probably signals, because then you get to live out of Watsonia. Okay, but if you're so pent up on just being in Victoria, maybe you need to join Army Reserve instead, because all the good stuff is up north. Guys and gals, we're also going to be celebrating Coral Platoon and Kapyong Platoon. Coral Platoon have now gone to their battalions in the last week. Kapyong Platoon last Friday got their Skippy Badge, which means now they are unofficially about to become official members, recipients of the Skippy Badge of the Royal Australian Regiment. And the next Friday, also, they'll be getting ready to disembark and go to their battalions to then become the runt of the litter. So let's get ready to it. Let's get to it. Guys and gals, we've got a video up here too for the Cambrian Patrol, Cambrian Patrol, which happens to the recipients that actually get invited to the UK to compete against another 20-something nations. You'd have to be in the best of the best of your country's best. Remember, if you expect people to understand why you want to join infantry, remember less than 1 in 10,000 people in Australia have ever served in the Royal Australian Regiment. Less than 1 in 10,000. So don't expect people to understand exactly where you're coming from. I know I've got headphones on other than to look like my scallops are a little bit smaller. I've lost a bit of weight since you saw me last. You know, I've got something here that I want to open up with first, a present from, bam, the damper making recipient. Okay, someone right now with Terry G out bush at Brokeback Mountain. So let's quickly do this. Kids, don't try this at home. Needs to draw blood if it's drawn. Done. All right, so here we go. I got this from Bucko. Boom. I can see what's in there. Terry G makes these. If this is something you want, if this is something you need for yourself or for someone else, he can personalize these for you. Personalize, even for RAF and Air Force. RAF, Air Force, and Navy. Let's see what we got. Bubble wrap. Looks like an infantryman's heel. I'll get your comments in 2 seconds, team. I've been waiting to unwrap this, but I've been unwrapping me strides because I'm a bit loose in the back end at the moment. Now, that is beautiful. Boom. It's everyone's job to be able to cook. That's a cutting board, ladies. Start using it. Bam. On the back. Mr. Buckaroonie loves to be on the back. Within the trenches with Kaz. We've even got, okay, the windmill there. Fantastic from Terry G. That's his symbol, and he's got a channel too. Well, if you want something like this, guys, so you can have a masculine kitchen, then get into it. Terry G, put the comments in later after the stream's over, and we'll see what we can do about getting some business for him. I know they're watching now. They're eating some bread and some humble pie. All the best to Terry G. Thank you very much. And to Bucko, there you go. Thank you very much, team. Ace, 2 streams in one day, Kaz, your Coca-Cola might actually have more sugar in it. It's downstairs at the moment. Sahara Sand looks great. She loves a man that can cook, I'm sure. Let's not leave it up to the ladies just to show the cuisine how it's done. Okay, so here we go, the 2nd Battalion there. I'll just get my banner out the way there for a second so I can see the faces. Bam. So that's the 2nd Battalion at the Depot Company Rock with the Skippy Badge on it, the coveted Skippy Badge. Absolutely hats off to these guys. I heard that the Duke of Gloucester Cup went for 7 days this time. It went for 4 when I did it in 1994. And the training you do to actually get to the Skippy Badge, to the Duke of Gloucester Cup, is about as hard as I've ever worked in my life. And then you're competing against the best of the best from their battalion, where the reputation of your battalion is also being worn, by the section commander who leads the boys out. And I'm telling you now, if you get to the battalion, your job is to actually try to get into the Duke of Gloucester Cup. Because I'll tell you why, it follows you for the rest of your career. It's part of your resume. Okay, what is the Duke of Gloucester Cup and who qualifies for it? It is a call sign that has been chosen with some extras, some alternates, from each battalion, to train and come down and compete against other battalions. Okay, and the premier competition of realism for the Royal Australian Regiment, and that's run out of the School of Infantry. Okay, and it's also run while it's still pretty bloody cold too. What else do we have? Bam. If you're making the Royal Australian Regiment, you add your family name to compete in the Duke of Gloucester Cup. Okay, because it also gives you a little bit of a metric of where you are in the mix of things. You'll never forget it. It'll be on your reports. It'll show that you weren't just in the Royal Australian Regiment, you were representing them, amongst the best of them. Okay? If you end up at the Cambrian Patrol, we're over there against 24 other nations. We've got a video down here to watch in a second. Then you're going to be against countries that don't even speak English. And then there's going to be the pollinization of great ideas, and you're going to become a better version of yourself. And then you know what it's like to be under that pressure, albeit not with an enemy in front of you, an actual one. There's live fire, okay? There is medical. There is communications. You are under the pump, flat out, nighttime operations. Everything is live fire. It's the real deal. It's great. Mr. Adventure. Yes, please, Steve Webb. That's brilliant. Well done, Terry G. It is. But with the mighty Royal badge on it. Yeah. We're not going to give you this one. Trash addiction. Kaz will be becoming a Marine specialist to help with being in 2nd Battalion. Look, g'day, Scotty. How you going, mate? Being in the 2nd Battalion is all about reconnaissance, etc. So, Marine specialist, probably not. You might work with the 2nd Battalion, but all of the battalions work in maritime operations anyway, and things like Talisman Sabre. It's not going to be just amphibious group with the 2nd Battalion. They'll get the point of contact for these guys to land in quite often, but other than that, you've still got to do ship to shore, etc. Just like you're going to be with aviation sometimes. Okay, so that hardcore. Okay, what's this? Kapyong Platoon competes hardcore and now earns the right to wear the Skippy Badge as the Band of Brothers. We've got some guys there. We don't want to mention their names. If they're watching right now, let us know, but don't have your real name in there. Don't want to get anyone in the shit. Despite the fact that the same place, you're not allowed to actually put it online. The School of Infantry can put it online of you, which doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. It doesn't. We should be able to show our pride. If we're not scared of the enemy, why would we be scared of media? Nicole, one thing I regret with my service is declining a garden point posting. That would have been beautiful. Should have done it, yep. Dave D says the best thing you do before getting in is just get as fit and resilient as possible. Absolutely. Because then you're ready for everything. The Clayton's preparation is just get as fit as you possibly can. Competition. Okay. Let's do this one now. Bam. It's a comment competition. At the moment, we're talking about people that have competed. We're talking about Coral Platoon. Okay, now they've made it to their battalions. We've got the Rural Hunter in the 3rd Battalion. We've got one of the fellas right now who's in Singleton who's about to go to, which is fitting because he was in Kapyong Platoon, about to go to the 3rd Battalion as well. And he's just got his Skippy Badge and explained how hard it was for him. And hardcore is goddamn hard, but he's about to get his lanyard for the 3rd Battalion, Old Faithful, and he's about to head up there. So what's going to happen is the next 10 comments, it's a competition to see who can ask the best question of Kaz so I can actually represent your comment and be able to see which one it is. Maybe the viewer's choice. You can decide which one was the best. Terence Buck, what's on the next cook-up? Terence Trent Derby. Cap Alpha Section Hardcore Victor cheers to all the boys for their hard work. You know, hopefully it wasn't too many hanger-oners. Hopefully there wasn't too many people who got carried through the hardcore, because you never want to go, no, you got carried into the Royal Australian Regiment. You want to know you earned your way in. Gozza, Cap Alpha Section Hardcore Victor cheers. Yep, there we go. Oscar Manning. Okay, it's assessment day coming up this weekend. I chucked you a message before. Would love to have a chat before then. Oscar, we will definitely have a chat. Can you do tomorrow? If so, what time? I can do almost any time. Mr. Buckarooty, South African pot. Okay. Mr. Bucko's a bush chef, in case you don't know. Lightfoot. Hey, Mr. Buckarooty, I enjoyed the stream last night. There you go. I didn't even know you were on last night, Buck. We're not seeing anyone winning any of these top comments here. The next 10 comments. Let's see who can ask a good one. I'll order a board for my dad, who was a vet grunt. There you go. Come on, team. You can't make me do all the work, can you? Must have something you want to ask about life. Put a thumbs up if you watched the video before this one today. The one about the catastrophic mistakes some young ladies did trying to jack a young guy and take his shit on a Snapchat ambush. Didn't end well. Did not end well. I don't think anyone won in that one. But it's worth watching, and thank you for all those that came. What is involved with the COG? Center of gravity? Is that what we're talking about? Wait 2 seconds. Ace H. Kaz, I had my OSB this Wednesday. Got the thumbs up from the board. Should be getting papers in coming weeks. Thanks for the help. Into the trenches family. Nutsu Cow, well done, mate. Thank you very much. And you've got someone within a few people of you that's also going for their OSB soon, and I'm looking forward to them getting exactly the same result as you, or maybe even serving with you. Kaz, when you come to Bundaberg for a holiday, Mr. Adventure, I'd love to. The girl that got away lives up there. I don't keep in touch with her because you shouldn't be trying to keep in touch with people that were in the past. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit out of the way, mate. Bundaberg. And I don't drink the rum. I do like their passion fruit, but the soft drink. Elite Sniper. Kaz, what was your favourite year of being in the Army? That's a great question. That's winning. That's winning at the moment. Okay, sorry, I meant dog. So you were saying before, what is the Dog Cup? Duke Gloucester Cup, was it? What is involved with the Dog Cup? Okay, so Sahara, what happens with the Duke Gloucester Cup is it's a moment of real anxiety. Okay, so what happens is basically you get told within the regiment, the battalions get told, okay, it's coming up to Duke Gloucester Cup. You know that it's getting run at the School of Infantry. So what happens is you normally go out for 6 weeks or so and start training up for it because you're wearing the battalion's pride on your shoulder, okay, on your chest, you know, so to speak. And they'll allocate a section commander and a second in command for the smallest autonomous fighting unit, which is the section. Okay, there's also, well, you could say a fire team has its own command, control, and communication as well. but the section is basically the smallest fighting group that has an authoritarian in it, which is the section commander with 7 other soldiers. So what happens is you will fly out of Townsville, out of Darwin, out of Adelaide, out of Brisbane. And what will happen is one group from each one of these battalions representing will fly into one central location. I landed at Singleton in the field in a Herc, and then got out and my shit was trashed. But then we go up. There's almost no talking. It's very, very serious. There's generals present. There's a lot of very serious characters. There's 4 days to 7 days of serials that have been created where people have put the most cruelest